We've been smiling for 5 minutes.
Because we didn't know when it was going to start. We're so it's like
excited.
connecting.
Let's hope the connection stays good enough.
Yes.
Okay.
It's all green now.
Full green.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Oh, good morning.
There we are.
There we are.
I'm going to pin us to the top so people can find us.
I like that. Okay. I like that for us.
Okay.
Hello, everyone.
Happy Tuesday.
It is happy Tuesday.
Feels like Monday.
If you are from around, now I'm realizing that if we do have people following us from like around the world, could be like the next day.
It could be the
like
next
Queen
day.
of Confidence is sleeping. It's 11 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So interesting to me.
So interesting.
Hi, everyone. We are so excited to be here all week. We're here all week. We can say that at the end, okay?
Okay.
Don't make me forget.
Okay. Don't let me forget to make that joke.
Hi. You guys are so pumped. Thank you so much for being here. I mean, we know that like not everyone can watch us live,
yes.
But we're doing this content for the people. For the people.
Yeah. So if you guys are watching this on, there's going to be people that watch this on replay. It's still going to be just as good.
That's good. Exactly.
At the end too, we're going to answer questions.
Yeah.
So make sure you guys stick around. If you have any questions as we're talking, go for it. Oh, hello from Los Angeles.
I was going to say, can you guys tell us where you're from? Please.
This is so fun.
I love that part of when we do this.
On my bucket list is going to California and doing wine country.
Yes.
I did LA, but I want to do wine country.
Okay. I like that for you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
On my bucket list is a million things.
I know.
Okay. Oh, hello. They're going to tell us where.
Yep. Woo. That basically feels like going to Los Angeles for me.
You're getting better. You're getting way better at not being annoyed of going places outside of Riverview.
I'll be excited when the bridge opens.
I think I've made you feel better. Like Shediac was like you needed to stop for a pee stop in between. It was like a road trip.
Even every time we go there with Neil, he's like, really not that far.
No, it really is not that far, you guys.
Oh, this is so fun.
Wow. Quebec. Moncton, Shediac, Capelay.
So fun.
I love this. Okay, well, welcome. Thank you so much for watching. Tell all your friends. Oh, next thing. Tag a friend right now. That would be so helpful to us. We appreciate when you do that. It makes the algorithm get busier and then it'll be more popular so people will actually see it on their timeline.
We appreciate
We appreciate all your love and support.
If anyone, I think if you're watching, you appreciate our free content, and how you can say thank you for our free content is by sharing us.
Yeah.
Sharing it, tagging, telling people, inviting them to Sneak Peek group too.
All right.
You can invite your friends to the Sneak Peek group if you think that they might be interested in our content.
Ready?
So ready.
Okay, so every day we are going to pick a winner of our 4-month membership.
Yeah, so we're going to give away, we're going to have a contest. We're going to give away a 4-month membership to anyone
that watches every day.
Yeah.
To anyone that tags. Yep. Okay. How do you win? How do we enter?
Tagging your friends.
Oh, yes. You guys are awesome. Okay. So how do you win? Okay. How do you enter the contest? Is by taking a picture of you watching us. So just a screenshot and putting it in your Insta stories and tagging us. It's that simple. Okay. So we're going to post.
We're going to pick one every day. Change. Oh, you went sexy.
I went sexy. Sometimes I do that.
I can't do that in this shirt. There's nothing sexy. It's like, it's basically what I need to wear to not have a cleavage.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, perfect. So now that you know that, this will be like tomorrow, we'll announce who the winner, who the Tuesday winner is.
Yeah. Okay. So take a screenshot, put it in your Insta stories and tag Your Weight Loss. And we're going to pick a winner to give away our 4-month membership.
Okay. So don't forget to like us on Instagram, like Your Weight Loss on Instagram. And we absolutely love when you like our personal ones as well. So if you like to see what we do in our personal lives, we do have a personal Instagram, Jose_YWWL and Alicia_YWWL. What's happening? My goodness.
Do you ever think about how it's not socially acceptable to sneeze anymore?
Or cough?
Like
this. Okay. I love when people have a little something and they're like,
I feel bad.
People are scared to do the, you know what I mean?
Oh, don't worry. It doesn't have to be us.
Oh, it doesn't have to be us pose. Okay. Okay, everyone. I think we can get to it. Is there any other housekeeping items? So happy I remembered that fancy word.
Such a fancy word. No, I feel great about everything.
Okay, perfect. So we're going to start and we're going to get to the first topic today, and then we're going to have a Q&A.
Yes.
After.
And we will stay as long as your heart's desire. So ask away. We'll stay here at any questions.
So we absolutely loved hosting the Calorie Deficit Bootcamp.
Like it was,
I don't know. It's like one of my favorite things in our like career history of Euro weight loss.
I agree.
It felt good.
It felt so good to just like show up and have time, not be rushed, talk, share.
And to finally have the conversation, because we do 15-second TikToks on calorie deficit, but having the time to answer questions and to properly have that communication and that conversation. Because the TikTok is a one-way thing. It's also 15 seconds.
It's the one-way thing. It's the two-way. That's what I loved. I loved the interaction.
Yeah. And also like obviously I like words. I like talking, everyone. So I like explaining. I like to just not, because 15 seconds, there's like so many ways for you to perceive the message. Interpret. Yes, exactly.
Absolutely.
So that was amazing. So we're going to host another one soon, just FYI. It's in our plans because we loved it.
So, and if you're interested in that, day 1 is still on the sneak peek group. So if you searched Calorie Deficit Bootcamp, you would come up with it. Day 2, 3, and 4 are for members only. So if you join, you can have full access to Calorie Deficit Bootcamp. That's some good stuff.
Good knowledge.
That was us teaching the humans how a human body loses and gains weight. That was just like science and facts.
And the humans
numbers, and they loved it.
Yeah, because it's all good news.
And the reason why we created that is because people are like, I'm confused. Explain calorie deficit one more time. So we realized that we needed time. Yeah. And it was the same thing with this. How Motivation Bootcamp was born.
Yes.
Was constantly people asking us, how do you stay motivated?
We love doing boot camps on hot topics. And calorie deficit was certainly a hot topic. And then motivation really started to not get on our nerves, but it was mostly like, oh my gosh, people are still looking on how to stay motivated. One of our top questions for sure.
And even people say, I need motivation. I wish I was motivated.
I'll come back when I'm more motivated.
I'm not motivated right now. It was just the language that people were using around the word motivation got us all fired up. Okay, so today we're going to use it to talk about the truth behind motivation. Like what's happening when you do, because motivation, we often say is not a thing, but it is a feeling. It's an emotion. And at first I was like, motivation isn't a thing. But I'm like, nope, it is a thing.
Like that. Yeah, we don't like to label no, and there is a
I do think motivation exists, but it doesn't last.
Mm-hmm. I know. Mm-hmm.
There are certain times of year that you feel motivated to do certain things externally. External is the time of year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That didn't come from within, but it doesn't last.
Exactly. So we're going to have the conversation with you of where does it come from, basically, and like what's behind the scenes, what's really happening when you say the words, I feel motivated. What is really happening in the background so that you can understand the source of this feeling and you can keep it. Get what I mean? If you can understand where this motivation comes from and stems from, that's my fancy English word that I like to use. So if you know where motivation, this feeling of like, I feel motivated, if you know where it stems from, then you understand that piece, then you can play with it and you can like make it yours. Kind of like if you know how a body loses fat, you can play with it, you can make it yours, and then it's a beautiful thing.
And you can create your own motivation. Like you said, I was listening to our podcast and we were talking about that September feeling.
Right.
And you're like, to be honest, I'm not feeling that whole like September's here, bam, bam, bam. And you're like, but I'm not worried because I know how to create that.
Yes.
You know how
I know what is behind that feeling.
Okay. So as you guys are listening to this, obviously you are aware, you're getting the vibe that we think motivation is overrated. We are not going to rely on motivation to be successful. When you look at successful people, whether it's with their weight, their career, their relationship with their spouse, do you think it is motivation that is getting them to a point where they have stayed happily married for 20 years? Is it motivation?
The thing is that what we don't like is the word,
the label
that is being put out there, that motivation is this external thing. What people need to understand, that motivation is actually a feeling, an emotion of like, this is easy enough for me. When I want you, because we're going to go straight to it.
Go.
When you say, wow, I'm feeling really motivated right now, is that you feel like whatever you want to accomplish or whatever you want to start doing or behave like is easy. So let's put it out there like a meal plan. Okay.
So let's say you're following a meal plan. Day one.
It's given to you. Feels easy.
Feels easy.
You know why it feels easy? Because it's day one. Okay. And what happens is sometimes day two, you already are like, oh, I'm lacking motivation. No, it's just you're realizing that it's not easy.
So we have labeled easy as motivation.
We've labeled motivation as, we've like mislabeled what's really happening. What's behind motivation is you just feeling like this is easy.
And like let's say you're getting really consistently with your exercise and you're like, oh, I'm just so motivated right now. It's easy right now.
Whether it's actually easy or you've like really set up your language to be like, doesn't matter, discipline, you got this, you know, and then all of a sudden life happens, or it's not, or you've really set up your life perfectly, so that it's easy. Like as in like if they give you a meal plan, you prepped it, oh, this is easy. And then shit happens, you're away for a weekend, you didn't meal prep, no longer easy, is it? So then you're not lacking motivation. It's just that was not easy. That certain meal plan is not easy this week because life happened. So for me, it's like, okay, if we can talk about the truth behind that emotion of like, I'm motivated, it really just is, I'm finding it easy right now.
Yes. And that's why we always felt uncomfortable when people said to us, oh, you guys are so motivated. Because like, I don't wake up and feel that, but I do wake up and feel it's easy.
Yeah. I do feel like, oh,
easy.
Here's
why do you think it's easy? That's important. So like, why is it easy for us to eat our salad, go for a walk, drink our water, do all the things? Why is it easy?
Because we chose what that was going to look like. We made up those rules. So great comparison. If I needed to do what you need to do in a run of a day, that would not be easy for me. So as in, what I'm trying to say here is that I find it easy because it's me. Like I chose what I want to do, you know? And so I didn't do all that meal prep you did yesterday. That's not easy for me. I don't want to do that. You know what I mean?
Make homemade banana muffins.
I do not want to make that. Okay. So if I thought I needed to do what Alicia did, I would need motivation for that. Like I would use that language.
That is an amazing example.
But I wake up in Jose's world and in Jose's environment and Jose's beliefs and values and preferences. So it's easy. I wake up in my world, the one that I created, the one that I like. So that's why when I wake up, I'm like, oh, this is an easy life to live. It's mine. It's the one I want. This is all beautiful.
Okay. So basically what we're saying is you cannot rely on motivation for weight loss. You also do not need motivation for weight loss. So if you guys are watching us and you're like, I want to lose weight, but every single time I've ever lost weight in the past, I've lost motivation. You haven't lost motivation. You have come to a point where it's not easy anymore.
Right.
So instead of giving up, we need to adjust.
Yeah.
We need to, and even better, we need to start from scratch. We need to start from scratch. We need you guys to erase all of the rules that you've learned about the diet industry and what you should or should not do. We need to erase all of those. And then we need to start building your way. It's so cheesy.
It's so cheesy.
But you need to build your way. Do you want to eat breakfast? If you don't, like how people say to us, I'm not even hungry, but I'm stuffing this down, gagging on my breakfast.
Yeah.
Do you want to eat breakfast? Let's start there. What do you like to eat for lunch? Is it a sandwich? You can still eat a sandwich and lose weight. Like you can eat a sandwich and lose weight. You do not have to eat a salad. So we need to back the bus right up and we need to start building your way. And we need to find what, like, meal prepping for me fills my bucket. Loved it. Super enjoyed spending a couple hours doing that. When I packed my kids' lunches today with all their homemade treats, I was like, yes, this is who I am. And if you packed your kid's granola bar in a package and you were like, yes, then that's fine. It's about showing up as you are, genuinely who you are, and like creating your way. And that's why our members are successful, because it's not hard for them. And the reason why it's not hard for them is because they made the plan.
And people are talking a lot about consistency in the comments right now. And they're like, baby steps, be consistent. And that's all good and dandy. But what if dandy, is that the right word? I'm so proud of myself. But the thing is you need to understand that you will not be able to be consistent if you don't learn on how to adjust, because life is not consistent. Life is like, there are times where it's pretty much the same, but you know what's not consistent? Human emotions and human behaviors. And so you really need, in order to be consistent, you need to learn to adjust. And consistency is not perfection. And often consistency is the answer to weight loss. Absolutely not perfection, but how to be consistent. Tons of people think they need motivation to be consistent.
And if you create a plan for yourself that is your way, okay, you'll increase the chance you're consistent. But there's another piece too to this. And people are saying it, small steps. My way could be running, okay? I could want to be a runner. I could value running.
Yeah.
But if I don't run right now, I should not start with trying to run 5 times a week for 10 kilometers, even if it's my way, even if I love it, even if it's who I want to be. So it's kind of like there's more than one, piece that we need to consider. Yes, you need to find your way, but ease yourself into it as well.
And it's the knowing that your way today is not going to be the same way. Like I always say that, and like I need to figure out what my way is in 2021. In January, I said that in January 2021. I'm like, I always need to find like, what's my way this fall? What's my way? And then even what's my way in September? What's my way this week? What's my way today? Like if we go smaller. But please know that whatever you do to lose the weight is not what you're going to be doing the rest of your life. You will need to adjust and learn what that means is, and keep finding your way. Like we're going to have to find our way once our kids are gone. We're going to have to find our way when we get older. We're going to go through experiences, emotions, life, like things that happen that bring up emotions, like a pandemic.
Yeah.
We needed to find our way through the pandemic.
Absolutely. And the conversation of adjusting without the drama, right? So when you say, okay, I'm going to do this, and this, and then something happens, guys, life happens. It will not be perfect. You need to have the skill of adjusting. And it's because you didn't do that thing isn't because you weren't motivated to do it. It's because maybe life happened
today.
And so our purpose on earth is more than just to be as skinny as possible. Like you probably have children. You probably have a job. You're also a person that has things that make them happy, like drinking beer on a patio, going for ice cream.
Yeah.
These are things that make you, you. So you have to not just abandon. No wonder it takes motivation for these people. They take every single part of that they love. That's
they basically, when someone wants to start a diet, they're like, they think of everything they love
and then remove it from their lives.
And I'm like, that's actually the opposite. There's other things you could totally remove from your life that you are doing that you do not actually appreciate or value that you could start with.
And weight loss gets such a bad rep. People think that weight loss has to be so hard. People think that it has to suck. I mean, I saw today someone just said, embrace the suck.
Oh.
Like on social, it's supposed to be hard. Embrace the suck.
Oh, that's not how I want to do things.
We're here to tell you that you don't have to embrace the suck. It doesn't have to feel so hard. Hard things require motivation.
Yeah.
Require discipline, require sacrifices. And we're also not going to tell you that like, oh, it's just rainbows and butterflies. Of course, achieving any goal, a big goal, weight loss is a massive goal.
Yeah.
Like losing weight and keeping it off is changing your life. It is changing your life. And that is a big goal. And that will not happen overnight. And that will not happen without sacrifice. But your sacrifice might be time, mental energy, things.
I like this. Let's talk about what this person said.
Let's.
My biggest problem is finding my way.
Okay.
Is that I don't like doing the same thing twice. I get bored too easily. So my way includes changing it up every day, but that makes it hard. And then I lose motivation. So the first thing, if this person, we only see Facebook user, we don't see what your name is. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for allowing us to
be a part of your life.
Yes. And give you our advice. The first thing I would do is for sure, you do our choose happy journal, because this person needs to figure out what their way is. That's their biggest trouble. They have trouble finding what their way is. Okay. And at the end of the day though, you could either be talking about exercise or eating. You don't like to do the same thing twice. Either way, you wake up every day and you have to go to work. Every day you wake up and you have to live life. So you're either talking about exercise, you can't do the same thing twice a day, or eating. You don't like the same, but either way, you need to eat. Does that make sense? Like either way, you have to eat. So maybe for you, it's not about planning so ahead, and maybe you're more like the person that wants to just eat the same thing as the people in your life, but smaller portion, if weight loss is a part of your goals. So you get what I mean? Like
I see what you're saying. It is hard. Routine makes things easier.
Okay.
Like routine makes things require less mental energy for sure, right? If I am happy to eat my same salad I made for, all is good in the world, okay? So I get what you're saying, but I still know that there's a way that you can do something different every single day and make that easier. So you just need to figure out how to do that. So maybe that's having 3 different kinds of meat cooked in your fridge, and 2 different types of carbs cooked in your fridge, and a veggie option. Like maybe it's just having different things available and you assemble them. Like there's a way to make your way easier.
I love that. And I think the first step would be make it simpler. Maybe you're not realizing how complicated you're doing this. Even if I liked eating something different every day, it doesn't have to be something different, massive and intense and big. Obviously, I do nothing massive, intense, and big. Nothing requires a recipe.
When it comes to cooking.
But there is certainly a way, like you need to be like, okay, why am I finding it so hard? How can I make my way easier? So if you're struggling, step 1, to actually know what your way is, what you actually value, we would obviously recommend that tool that we give to our members. And which is just, you need to reflect on what you actually value and what you like.
And what you want. You've said to us, I want to eat something different every day. I want to exercise differently in every day. I support you.
But then you have to, yes.
So now, and if you want to do a different exercise every day, then obviously you want to subscribe to like something that has a bajillion exercises. Okay.
Yeah.
And if you want to eat something different every single day, couldn't support you more. So then you need to say to yourself, how can I do this in as easy a way as possible?
Yeah.
And we talked about this in the Choose Happy section where we talked about preferences. So your preference is to eat something different. In order to achieve that, you will have to sacrifice time. It's going to take you more time to create different meals and mental energy. Now, if you're someone that doesn't want to sacrifice that time, then you are going to eat the same thing. That's not part of what makes you you.
Yeah.
Okay. So motivation, okay, is not this thing that's going to arrive on your doorstep.
Yeah.
It is not an Amazon
and
Prime
it's not
package.
staying.
And
because it's an emotion.
So how can you set yourself? I mean, we're going to talk about this on not tomorrow, but the next day. We're going to do 5 steps to, I can tell you're like thinking and reading, and I support you. 5 steps to like actually like how, like these are our tips. This is what you do tomorrow. So make sure you tune into that. That's going to be, I mean, Wednesday's going to be great as well, but Thursday is going to be like how. So make sure you tune into that. But my thing I'm going to tell you right now is that motivation is going to come from here. And what motivates me is the small, daily, non-sexy things that I do every day that get me closer to my goal. Drinking my water, not eating a bunch of scraps of my kids' bites. Like that, but you love scraps of kids' bites.
Absolutely, make it fit.
And then that's your way.
I also love toast and egg for supper. Like I don't like,
oh my gosh, I was listening to your audio message with Neil yesterday and you were like,
just toast with butter.
This is the dream. Like I'm just eating toast with butter. Like he laughed.
Like for supper, I saw Dia eating an egg and a toast at my mom's and I was like, that's what I'm having for supper. Like that's how I keep it. Like this is simple, a la José, you know? Okay. The thing is as well is like you're feeling have you ever felt, and I'm sure you're going to be like, yes. Have you ever felt like 1 week you do something and it's easy? You're like, I'm so motivated. Wow.
Yes.
And then the next week you want to repeat it and it is legit the hardest task ever.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. You think that week you're like, oh, I could do this forever.
Yeah.
I could do this forever.
Yeah. You need to understand that you feeling like something is easy and not a big deal is an emotion and it's going to come and go. That's motivation. It's going to come and go like, oh, this is easy. Oh my God, this is so hard. I used to do this, whatever. And you need to understand that that you can adjust and say, okay, this week I don't find that easy. I actually don't want to do that this week. How can I get to my goals my way? And that's the beautiful part of knowing how a body works, is that there is no bad or good food. So if you want to eat toast and eggs this week because you have tons of meetings and you don't feel like salad, and like maybe the meal you had last week is just not appealing to you, periods here, so we're having chocolate for supper. I don't know, but like you're really just like, oh, this week I don't, then it's a beautiful thing. The fact that you just need to be, if you want weight loss, you just need to be in a calorie deficit. You don't need fancy salads, or you don't need a certain amount of protein. Like if that's not your thing, you can eat the carbs, you can eat butter on toast, like, and still lose weight.
Okay, there was 2 comments that I want to address. So
okay,
this person is saying, I'm loving this conversation we're having, that she's realizing now that it's less about wanting to eat variety and more about disciplined. I think you're a rebel. You don't want to, she's a rebel. You don't want to have a plan. You want to be able to wake up and eat toast if you want to. Okay. And you don't want to prep. That is so fine. But what I would say is make sure that you have options in your home.
Yeah.
That's
have
it.
access to, like, I need to have eggs in my fridge.
Yeah.
And I need to have my little wraps that I like. But there are weeks where I like just legit buy things. I'm gonna make a cho, and this is what I'm gonna eat. And like you
do not have to wake up every day knowing what you're gonna eat. You do not have to make a plan for the week. Some people thrive on that though. Yeah. That is a part of some people's way. So it's just about you realizing, and just us having this conversation is you realizing a little bit about what you prefer.
You don't like that this is what you have for lunch and this is the same as yesterday. Maybe it's again, it's the drama and the emotions behind it that you don't like. But I'm also very much a rebel when it comes to that. Like, yeah.
Okay, another great comment was someone said that they've been following the program for years and they panic about the thought of doing it their way, doing it on their own.
Tons of people are saying, I felt the same way, but then I joined and I like love it. I can't even explain what's happening. And the reason why they can't explain is because it's different.
And we get posts on our private community group all the time that people are saying, I'm doing this thing. I'm including wine. It doesn't feel hard. So they're saying,
I always feel motivated.
I always feel
And I'm like,
motivated.
It's because you're making it easy for you.
100%.
And the diet industry has tried to make it so hard for you. And they've confused you. And they've basically given you the message of weight loss is hard. So you need motivation for it. That's basically what they're trying to do. And they're like, oh, we'll make it easier for you. We'll tell you what to eat. And you're like, oh, that's exciting, sexy. Oh, I feel good about that for 2 minutes. And then you feel shitty about that because it's hard. And then you're like, then what makes me sad is people start labeling themselves as not motivated, or I lacked motivation. I'll come back when I feel like, okay, I can do this. And you should always be in control. You should always feel like it's on you.
And I also want to validate how you guys are feeling right now, because I 100% understand. And it is so common. People come into Your Way Weight Loss and they're like, but I don't have a meal plan. I don't have a list. I don't have rules. And yeah, that's different. Different is good. And we want to challenge you this time that when you're trying to lose weight, that you show up differently. We're not challenging you to, how about we do something, this really hard thing called weight loss? Let's put that aside. Let's say, let's do this weight loss thing different. That's the challenge in itself, is for you to give yourself the opportunity to do this different. And I know it's scary and I know it's different, but I also know that it works. And it does not require, our lives do not require daily motivation to live, because we have created lives for ourselves that are ours. And we see it every day on the community group.
I want you to know that, like, I feel like, you know what our program does? It like actually considers you as a human. As a whole human, not just an overweight person that wants to lose weight. When you start your weight loss, we talk to you. Like we want to talk to you. We want you to like, we want you to know
at you.
Yes, but we want you to know that you have feelings, you have values, you have preferences, you have priorities, and they are so important in your journey of your way. And that's why it's so different, because usually you're like a number and it's like, here's your meal plan for weight loss, because you came for weight loss, but
because you're this height and this weight and this is how many eggs you should eat.
And this is what the internet says you should weigh. Oof. Oh, what at? Oof. Okay. We actually consider that you're a human, that you have feelings and that you have preferences, and that they should be considered when you're trying to change your life. and they're not being considered in other programs.
They are not. And that's why our program does not require motivation. Motivation is not a thing. Motivation will not last. You can create your own motivation by showing up truly, genuinely yourself, and then you're motivated to do the same thing again tomorrow. But if what you're doing on a daily is not true to you, is not small, sustainable changes to what you were doing before, you will stop. And it is not motivation that got you to, it's not because you lost your motivation. It's because you were trying to follow someone else's rules. It's because you were going that black or white, you were going all in. I don't care, I'm going to suffer for weight loss mentality.
Yeah. And I mean, at the end of the day, like it's not your fault.
No.
It's all you've been, it's all you've had access to. We're finally giving you access to a different approach where you actually consider what you like and you actually consider how you want to do this. And we're telling you that this is the way to long-lasting weight loss, is actually considering how you want to live your life. Like, imagine that. Isn't that like, and it makes me upset at the same time, but it makes me so proud that we offer that. Whether it's what you want or not, but that is what we offer. We offer you considering yourself when you want to lose weight and what you like and what you don't like.
We just offer you an opportunity to create the most beautiful life for yourself you couldn't even imagine the life for yourself that is waiting behind you finding your way, finding your happiness. I mean, our content right now is all about choosing happiness and really chasing that. And that is not a number on the scale. That is a whole nother conversation, but we just need you guys to know that you're not broken. We need you to know that if you have tried to lose weight 1,000 times in the past,
it's not because you are broken.
It's not because you're broken. It's not because you keep losing motivation. That's because there's no hope. I'm never going to do this. I suck. What's the point? All of those.
I meant this way. It's harder for me. You just have not found your way, and you deserve to find your way.
And when you find your way, you do not need motivation to live your life.
No, like I don't wake up and I'm like, are you motivated today, La, to eat your lunch? I just wake up and like, what do I want to eat for lunch? So I'm really excited to go and eat my lunch. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so but I have access. When I go shop, I think about what I like and I purchase what I like and what I can put together. Someone asked what a cha is. A cha is basically like, it's my type of recipes. It's the way I cook. I just like a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And like, it's just a cha and you just mix it. I'm feeling this, J&A. I love you guys. Okay, I just want to read this comment because it's really sweet. Okay. I agree with Natalie. We are so used to being told, you're being told what to do or we won't lose weight.
I know.
And
you guys are desperate as well. I get it. It was not that long. I hope I never forget what it felt like. I hope I never forget that. I was desperate. I was trapped in my own body. I wanted to lose the weight.
You will not.
So I hope I don't.
Stayed so connected to that life to be able to help the humans.
I hope I never forget that feeling. I also hope I never forget the feeling when I first started feling comfortable in my skin. I hope I never forget those feelings or take that for granted.
Yeah.
But what was I saying? You're desperate and I get it. I get why you're desperate. Yeah. I felt that way and you want it quick. Okay. Yeah. So I get that that's why it's hard to not just follow someone else's rules because you're looking for insurance. Yeah. You guys are waiting for insurance for weight loss. There is no insurance policy on weight loss.
And there certainly is no insurance policy on maintaining the weight loss. And that's what you want to accomplish. You want to accomplish maintaining that weight off.
And so you need to go into this following your own rules.
Yeah.
That's where the insurance is. That's where the maintenance is going to be. And I always say this, I know it's not sexy until it is.
So what we've provided is this environment, this program, this course where there's like two pieces to your weight loss. There's the one piece where it's like, this is your course, your self-awareness course.
Yes.
It's called the Be Your Best. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's a course. It really is. There's 45 videos. We try
Probably
to keep
50 now that we
okay, right. So let's say close to 50 videos. They're within 5 to 10 minutes. We're trying to keep it short, but that we give you a pep talk on a certain topic, whether it's your environment. So we talk about what you should be thinking about, and then we give you a reflection sheet on like, what does that look like for you? So it's very much a course that's always there. And it's like to provides self-awareness to help you create self-awareness. So we guide you, but we don't guide you on what you should eat for breakfast, because when you do our self-awareness program, you learn so much about yourself that you're going to figure out what you want to eat for breakfast. And I also think that you're a grown-ass woman that can decide what you want to eat for breakfast and at what time, and if you're thirsty or not. Like,
I saw the most hilarious TikTok, and it was like, does anyone ever think that I'm like an unsupervised adult right now? Like, I'm just unsupervised all the time. And sometimes I feel that way in the grocery store. I'm like, I'm an adult. I can put whatever I want in my cart. I'm an adult. But you guys are adults.
I know.
You have to pay bills and like go to work every day. You deserve to be able to choose what you eat.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So that's one piece of what your weight loss. It's the content. It's the language. Okay. Wait.
Are you going
There's like
on
three?
To,
I'm going
is
three
this
places.
Day 4? Is this day 4? Are you getting into day 4 content right now?
Nope.
Okay.
So I want to like almost tell them like, okay, but then what do you give us? Because they're so used to that, right? Okay. So what I want you to know is that there's that piece. So we help you with creating self-awareness. Then we actually have like a 7-day lifestyle challenge where this gets you really deep into creating more self-awareness for yourself. The next piece is the language. We change your language. So you're going to get content where it's like, oh, wow, like I didn't know that, or I didn't, think this way before. And you'll see yourself think differently. So we go more into like the way you think, and then we know that's going to change the way you behave, but you need to be in charge of how you want to behave. Like we're not going to tell you how to behave. Again, you're an adult. And then the third piece to your weight loss is the community environment piece that we provide that allows you the consistent showing up and modeling you what it's like to do it your way, what it's like to be happy, what it's like to lose weight and keep it off. That's the other piece. So really understanding what do you get, and then you get our fun recipes, you get our fun alternatives, you get the fun, but there is so much given, and then you get team. Like there are so many tools for you to start creating your way, to be guided on how to do that. So don't feel like I'm not being told what to do. You shouldn't be told what to do, but we are guiding you on how to think. And we're giving you time
and lots of tools to
we're having a conversation with you.
Yeah. Okay. Amazing comment that I want to talk on. So someone said that they do not like to eat this at the same food, and they do not like to eat at the same time. And that makes consistency difficult. So, but consistency does not mean eating the same thing every day or eating at the same time. Consistency for you is showing up.
I was going to say, oh man, we're the same.
So showing up. I had this conversation with Neil the last couple of days. I said, you know what? I feel really good about how I showed up in the world the last couple of days. That was how I showed up as a mom, how I showed up at work, what I put in my body. And none of those days were the same. So don't think that consistency needs to be eating the same thing.
No, it's showing up as who you want to be that day. Who I want to be on a Saturday with date night with my husband, probably having sex. All of that. That's different than how I show up in the world on Monday.
She can't. We're 37 minutes in and we're on to the sex. Okay.
But you get what I mean? Like people need to understand that being consistent doesn't mean you show up in the world and you eat the same thing, and absolutely not the same time of the day.
No, my days are so different. Same. Sometimes they eat
like
at 10.
You just said that to me. You said, yesterday I ate at 10 a.m. because I was so hungry. Today might be different, you guys.
And I think that you have a day that works. Okay, this day was really good.
Oh you think the magic is in the time?
That formula, that was the day, right? And then you're like, shit, I'm more hungry today. And
what's going to happen?
Panic.
I know.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Every day will not be a carbon copy of the next day. Mm-hmm. It's okay. There's no magic in that one day. The magic in that day, a day where you go to bed and you're like, it was a great day, was because you showed up as who you are. You made choices that made you happy.
Yeah. And all I'm going to say right now is anyone that's watching, anyone that's like, I'm thinking of joining, you need to go read the comments. I mean, the comments these are the reviews. You obviously want references. You want people that have done your weight loss. I mean, we know that your weight loss gives you everything that you ever need to lose weight and keep it off. And I know all the tools are there, right? But the humans that come in need to want and go get the happiness, that type of success. You can't just come in and say like, all your jibby jabby, blah, blah, blah. I just want to lose 20 pounds for my cruise. Then you're not getting the Euro weight loss success that we want for you. Yeah. And the Euro weight loss success is the losing weight in a happy way and sustaining it off. That's
our goal.
That's our goal.
That is our goal.
Anyways, the comments obviously, and if you guys want to keep commenting as you are right now about how Euro weight loss has changed your life and made you happy. And that, you know, one person even said like, I'm so sad I lived years without knowing what I know.
Yeah.
You know? So anyways, I think that's you, that's what you need to read. You need to read what the people are saying about the program.
The people. Consistency is showing up. I love that. Consistency is showing up. Okay, someone's asking us about the language. So saying that their husband uses diet language, and do you change their language? And this could be grander than just husband. So basically friends,
colleagues.
Colleagues
are the worst.
Maybe you guys are watching this and you're like, okay, I got to break it to the people in my life that I'm starting my next diet. How do I tackle this conversation with people? Do you correct? It's funny because I will say to Neil, he'll be like, I don't know, eating a chocolate bar. I'm like, how's your diet going? And he goes, not a diet, it's a lifestyle.
Oh my God, I freaking love Neil so much right now.
So Neil, and he's no drama, but do you change the language in other, like when, it depends who I'm speaking with, but.
It depends too. Like, I mean, the only time that I that I dare change the language is if I see that there's space for it. It's the right time.
Yes.
I mean, we're at a party and someone uses diet language. I'm not gonna
run across the room. Excuse me, man.
Yeah. Did you just use the word fat?
Yeah.
You know, like, or did you just use the word diet? You know, absolutely not. But when the time's right, like Jeff said something about junk food the other day to Dia, and I was like, let's not call it junk food. Like, it's obviously not nutrient dense. You know, obviously he hates it.
They have that would annoy Jeff.
Yeah.
Hilarious that they have the duo on high volume, hoping their husbands will hear it. I love it. But husbands are important because they're very much, and spouses are very much in your world.
In your environment, yeah.
And I think it's just important that you have the conversation with them. You tell
them
why
keep modeling it, and you're doing your job. Like, it's not, they're also like, you might have married them, but they're their own person, you know. They also have a penis. They very think differently than us.
I mean, there's also people that there's vaginas too.
Right.
But it's just like you married another human. But for sure, if they have a penis, there's different things.
I mean,
like,
it is what it is.
There's different priorities.
And they think differently. They have different language than you in multiple areas of your life.
Yesterday, Neil was looking through all the pictures I posted of our summer, and he goes, look how good your boobs look in this picture. That was his moment. That's the moment he had, reminiscing of the, and then I watch
great
him,
summer.
I watch him, and he's like looking, he's like really looking, he's like, yeah, wow. Anyway, that's just to say that they think different.
Yeah, it's all good. And you can be, so when you hear, you know what, when I hear someone uses that kind of language, or I see that their language is not adding value to their life, right?
They want a sex boot camp.
Featuring Rosie Cormier.
Oh my gosh.
How to improve your sex life.
I mean, people would sign up.
Would you sign up, everyone?
Would you sign up? Would you? Do you want a sex boot camp? Oh my god.
Featuring. I like that it's featuring, but I'm the host, the only person. Anyways, you guys, please know that you can do this your way. I think that's all. You're not broken, and you can do this your way. So you don't need motivation to do it your way, because you wake up and it's your way.
Let's do a review.
Yeah.
We get to wake up every day. Our members wake up every day, not require motivation to live their lives, because it is easy. And why does it feel easy? It feels easy because it is who they are. It aligns with their values, their goals, their priorities, their environment. And when it doesn't feel easy anymore, we adjust.
Yeah.
That's it. That's how it works. And we just keep going. And it's a constant cycle of us trying to show up every day, one day at a time, as ourselves, with small incremental steps towards that who we want to be. And that's what we consider motivation.
Yep. And that's day 4. We make that easy for people. That's what we make weight loss easier. So we feel like people feel like we're motivational, you know? I think we're just, why do we inspire as well? It's because we show up every day. Keep showing up. All the time. Keep showing up. Hi, here I am again.
Hello, it's me again.
I have something else to say.
Lots to say.
Okay, I love this. Thank you for making me feel like this is possible for me. That's what we do. We give people hope, because other diets just keep not even having a conversation as if this is a human. You're just another appointment, another meal plan that they just stole from the other person that they whatever. And they're like, oh, we can change it up. Yes, but emotions. And what about that day where I want to eat vachons What about that day? And that's not on the list of the meal plan.
And what
And
happens?
then we're labeling vachons as a thing. That's not a thing, but it is a thing. There it is.
And then what happens? Does everyone know what a vachon is? It's like a really gross, highly processed. I know you're going to be offended.
I love vachons.
It's just a very highly processed food item that would probably sit on your counter for 8 years without mold.
That's why I like it, so it doesn't expire. So I don't have to go buy more.
So let's say you want one, okay? You're a weight loss member. You understand calorie deficit. You're like, I want that. You go to the store, you eat it. You know that no one is going to die tomorrow because you spent 200 calories on this vachon cake, okay?
And then you say things like, I just wasn't motivated at the grocery store.
And then you eat 5 more. I already messed up my diet. Start again Monday. Maybe I'll wait till 2022.
Or maybe I'll eat 23 vachons because I already ate one and it's the same.
And then you physically feel like shit.
Yeah.
You mentally feel like shit.
Yeah.
You have this negative
guilt,
drama, repeat.
And all you did was eat 150 calories of vachons.
And so it
deliciousness.
And people say that, how do you go through the aisle and not tempted? How do you say no to tempting food? Right?
I know.
If we want to say yes, we say yes.
Yeah. When people are like, how do you make it when it's so difficult? And I'm like, I just don't live that life. Like I legit, I'm like, oh, it's snack time. Do I want a donut? Like I could if I wanted to, you know what I mean?
You could eat a donut every single day if you wanted to.
And still lose weight.
And that's it's a whole nother conversation, but it's an abundance mindset that we really work on at Your Weight Loss, that you can eat what you want, how much ever you want. There's consequences and results to all of that, but it's important that you stop labeling food as bad, that you stop thinking there's food that you can't have.
Yeah. Because okay, it's like motivation. We're trying to get what's behind it. Like we're trying to get to the source so we can really help you.
Yeah.
It's like the vachon. There's nothing bad about the vachon. It's everything around it. The guilt, the drama, I didn't stay on my plan. That's what is damaging to your success, not actually the vachon. Like the vachon did nothing.
And members that are watching this, I'm sure can say that used to be me. I mean, I'm sure most people watching this are like, I have done that. I am sure most people have had that moment where they eat one labeled bad thing by society, and then they eat 10.
Yeah.
And it was not motivation. It was not your lack of motivation in that moment. No. It was the noise in your brain
and the language you used
when you ate that vachon. And it was the drama.
Yeah.
So that's why we are so successful. We don't need motivation to only eat one vachon. It's the language that we have in our brain. Did I say it right?
Yes. I'm going to go to grocery later and take a picture of vachons.
Okay. Our vachon is like a brand, and there's like several.
Yes.
Okay. It is like the caramel.
Yeah. Yes. Absolutely.
There's a flaky thing.
Yes. The flaky, the caramel. Those are all vachons.
Okay.
They would be in the vachon category.
Okay.
Half moons. Have you had the half moon? Oh, mon Dieu. Grew up on that stuff.
Definitely did not.
I just love that people are like, they're telling us what we are. We take the all or nothing out. We take the drama out. We're real humans. People are just saying all the right things for us. So we appreciate you so much. I hope, do you have any questions? Let's go right to Q&A. I feel like we've talked about the truth behind motivation. We have a great conversation tomorrow about not hiding and not waiting. And we have a great conversation about the 5 ways to get motivated. So
I've been thinking, I'm going to get just as the questions come in, I'm going to give you guys a little bit for tomorrow. So I've been really thinking about the not hiding piece and just how freeing it has been for me personally in my own personal journey. And I'll share more tomorrow. And you can maybe share about yourself, your own part of how not hiding on your personal journey has really helped you, and the not waiting part. But I'm excited to really, I'm just on the cusp of that in my own journey, the not hiding part. And I'm excited to dig into that tomorrow.
It's the best. I've been telling you this whole time.
I know,
but it's hard.
Yeah. You're like ahead.
Yeah.
You're ahead.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're ahead of me.
Yeah.
I'm happy that you're paving the way for me.
Absolutely. And then I'm showing you how great it is.
I know, it's awesome.
Yeah. So then you're like, oh, it must not be that bad.
No.
Know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Joe Louis. They know what a Joe Louis is.
I would have say a Joe Louis.
Oh,
I know what that is.
A Joe Louis, c'est un vachon.
A Joe Louis.
A Joe Louis.
A Joe Louis.
Okay. If I was in Canada, I would have a Joe Louis. I love it.
There's one food that I can't eat on Your Weight Loss. It's kale. I don't like kale. Exactly. Like,
Yes, exactly.
Exactly. It's like,
I like
don't eat food that you don't like.
It's step one. Step one. Step one of life.
Can we all just
never?
commit?
Yeah. Can we just say that? Amen. Never eat anything you don't like, because there is not one food item that is necessary for weight loss. So you shouldn't be eating something that you don't like.
And there is no one food item that will hold you back from weight loss either.
Right.
There is no perfect plan. There's no perfect formula. There's no perfect meal plan. There's no perfect number of calories to put in your body.
There's no perfect time of the day to drink
no
your water,
perfect
to
time
eat your
of-
lunch. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Okay.
Okay. Good talk.
We did a really good job. We talked for 50 minutes.
Yeah, I think we did good. And it was like, we still like took some comments in there. It was really good.
Yeah, I really enjoyed answering your comments and chatting with you guys.
They seem to not have any questions. So it means that we did a great job.
We did a great job. So see you guys tomorrow.
Yeah.
Same time, same place.
Same time, same place.
Do not forget to
subscribe.
Tag us.
Oh, right.
To do the thing in Instagram. Also, if you haven't officially signed up for Bootcamp, make sure you do in the link, because as soon as we're done talking, I'm going to send you an email that has homework.
Oh, Moji.
Who doesn't love homework? You can print it. You can not print it. So we want you to actually take, hi, Mike. We want you to actually take what you learned today and then clear your mind, have time to think, digest.
Yeah.
Okay, what do I want? What do I want to actually implement in my own life that I learned today? So if you sign up, we'll make sure that we send you the Bootcamp homework.
Okay, we got 3 questions that I wanna address.
Go.
Okay. What is your advice? I think this was the first one. I just want to make sure. Yeah. Okay. Any advice on what to do when the noise starts creeping in regard of how slow the weight loss progress is going? Okay. And right there in that question, I see language of labeling your weight loss journey with a speed. So that's labeling, that's language. So that's also perception. Someone else might be like, wow, that's fast. Exactly. So what would you guys, sorry, I'm trying to, I just want to, oh my goodness.
Can I give my advice while you're struggling?
Yeah, I'm just trying to get the question again.
I mean, I can't do that on my computer. I would also be focusing on other things other than weight loss. Like, guys, we are here to feel better in our skin. Do you have more energy? Are you happier? Like, it's really important that we do not focus on the result at the end, because you will lose motivation if you're only worried about how much weight you're going to lose and how long. And I'm not saying that this is your reality, but when that noise starts creeping in, I want you to have a conversation with yourself about other things, other positive impacts that are happening in your life because of the choices that you're making. Yeah. I feel better. I have more energy. My children are eating healthier.
I feel happy because I'm doing what I want.
I'm so proud of how I'm showing up in the world. Remind yourselves of that. And that, guys, this is a lifelong journey. It's going to,
exactly. And because if you know how weight loss works, which is creating calorie deficit, you have that knowledge that then you can start tweaking your everyday little habits to start creating a deficit, you know? Also, if weight loss is your goal and you're feeling like it's not going the way you want it to go, you have the knowledge behind how to make it go.
Make it faster.
Yeah, exactly.
True.
And then you have to choose, do I want to do that?
That is really
you're in charge of this though.
I also need to remind you that the societal expectations of the speed of what normal weight loss is so skewed.
And your perception
skewed.
Yeah, and your perception of how fast it should be has also only been what you have heard in other diets.
It's not your fault. It's because there's 10-week transformation pics posted of look, I lost 50 pounds in 3 months, and then
that is what you think your journey should have been in 3 months. Like there's a lot behind your question. As you can see, like we need to really think about what you want and how it's really been going, your perception, creating awareness around your current weight loss journey. Has it been really slow? Why are you labeling that way? So there's a lot there to unfold. Okay, what would you guys do if you were on this live? What would be the first thing you change? Like, let's say you're watching us. She's saying, like, if you're on this live watching,
I did not understand the question.
What would be the first thing you change?
That's really
I would start changing my language. That's like, basically, I would even start changing like how I act tomorrow morning. I would continue my day with this language. How can I engage in behaviors that make me feel good, that make me feel proud of my day? How can I engage in those behaviors? Where can I start?
I would start to actively work towards figuring out what makes you happy, who you want to be, how you want to show up in the world, what your preferences are, what your values are. We all have different values around movement, food, nutrition, what your preferences are. Start to really figure that out for yourself.
Yeah. And then start engaging in behaviors that make you feel proud because you are being you, you know? Okay, and someone said, I love this. I can relate to everything you ladies share, even though you are on your maintenance and I'm still on my journey. And you need to understand why. It's because when you're on maintenance, the same language it should be the same language. The way you lose your weight and the things you think and the way you, I guess, attack your life or show up in your life is going to stay once you lose your weight. You just won't get weight loss out of it, but you'll get your amazing life.
Yeah, because we still do all the things we did when we were trying to lose weight, but now we get to do it in a body we feel more comfortable in.
We don't get weight loss, we get to live this life.
I also want to say that you relate to us because we can relate to you because we have been there.
We have knowing.
We have struggled with our relationship with food, our bodies, like all of the things that you guys are struggling with and do struggle with, we have struggled with. Yeah. And still, there's still things that we have to overcome and work at.
Yeah.
Okay.
She said just fast doesn't work for her. Fast doesn't work for many. If you lose weight fast, all it means is that you've really found a way to create a high calorie deficit in your life.
Yes.
And that's all it means. You're not special. You're not, you know what I mean? Like you're not like unique. Everyone could lose weight fast, but you would have to create a really big deficit and you have to keep it up. And that's hard, not necessary. And chances are you're going to go back to what you did.
Because you felt deprived, because you felt restricted, because you had to put your real life on hold in order to achieve that large calorie deficit because you were hungry.
And you probably weren't working on any other things. We do have members that I would say lost weight fast with Your Way Weight Loss.
Absolutely.
But because we provide an environment and we've designed Your Way Weight Loss to also give them the content they need to keep that weight off. Like think of Danica, who actually works for Team. Her weight loss journey was quite quick, but she also, as she created quite a significant calorie deficit, because obviously her weight loss was quick, she also extra worked on her mindset at the same time.
Yeah.
So she's kept the weight off. She's been a member for almost 3-4 years, whatever. And she's like, her mindset is insane as her transformation. Yeah. But like, you need to know that you can't just have access to fast weight loss. You have to have, everyone has access to fast weight loss actually. But you need to, most importantly, have access to mindset change. All right. Okay, everyone, we're going to leave you.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in, giving us your time.
We're here all week.
Giving us your time is your most precious resource, and we appreciate it, and we appreciate you guys. We get to do what we do because of you guys. So thank you. See you day 2 for boot camp. Make sure you sign up.
Yes. And you know what? Like you need to understand that you need to know that we know that you can't share the sneak peek. It's the way I start a sentence and sometimes it doesn't go. You can't share the sneak peek, but what we want you to do is share it on Instagram that you watched us. There's no link. There's no anything. Just share that you watched us. And that is how you support us.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye.
Bye guys.